Thank you so much, Chris Young. I love the parade of Pumas. He showed us some amazing vehicles. And you know what we have coming up here in just a moment? We're going to look at the Keystone Bullet. We're going to look at the bad boy trailers that are the big ones that sleep 8+.
Oh, they are impressive with the dinette and the lounge and the outdoor kitchens.
And you know what he said? Let's go back to what Chris said just a moment ago. His wife's philosophy. I love that. My wife now knows the deals are so good in the retail store. Every state we visit now, she sends me a list of things that we need. And now I'm buying birthday presents for other people. It's insane. I love her.
I like her style. I'm going to have to take some pro tips from her.
We're saving money by buying this because it's on sale.
I love that. And guys, if you see anything that you like or you dislike, text RV to 46642.
All right, let's take a look at this Keystone Bullet. We're making him work today. 290-BHSWE. Chris, what do you got?
Folks, this is a segment that I am super excited about because it's near and dear to my heart, and that is RVs where you can sleep a small army of people, right? Everything in here is going to be 8 or more people. We have RVs that are 8, 9, 10 people that you can sleep in them, and just a ton of different sleeping spaces. Now, of course, we're going to have a bunch of bunks because when you're sleeping that many people, there's just no other way to do it. But this one right here is big, it's open, it's beautiful, it's fairly lightweight for the size. One of the things I really like about it, get the big super slide, double over, double bunks back there, huge bedroom, folks. This is the 2021 Keystone Bullet 290 BHS. And right away, you can see how bright it is. And again, that ceiling height, right? I have a barreled ceiling, so it's nice and open in here, which I absolutely love. While we're up there, you can see 2 rows of LED lights. That's another big thing that helps keep it bright. Not just the bright woodwork, which I love, but also those lights are gonna help brighten things up, and big windows we'll see in a little bit. You also see the AC system right here with the quick dump, and this one does utilize the Blade system. That is a new AC system from Keystone that not only helps distribute air better and at higher volume, but also it is quieter than your standard AC. It's pretty impressive. That's like a 30 to 35% noise reduction, which is like the same as having a quiet, cool AC in here. And they're able to do all of that with the ductwork as well as the vents themselves. So excellent new, I guess, revelation, if you will, in the AC side for RVs. But not only is this one all about sleeping, but anytime you're gonna have a lot of people in an RV, they have to eat, right? So you have to have storage, you have to have places to cook. So let's take a look at the kitchen, because as you can see here, there's no shortage of space. I mean, I have a ton of countertop space. I have good prep space right here. I have a nice big sink that, because we have upgraded countertops, allows me to undermount. So that way, if I have drying rack or a cutting board, something like that, I can put it right on here, no problem. And it's easy to clean. You know, I have a mess, great. Just sweep it right in there. I don't have that lip that gets dirty. High-rise pull-out faucet on here too. Check this out. You want to plug something in? Boom! Whoop! Power tower, there it is. You have a couple electrical outlets, some USB ports on there as well, so if you have a coffee maker, whatever else, you can plug it in there. You're good to go. I like the backsplash for a couple different reasons. One, it's like a gray subway tile, which I'm always a sucker for, but B, the fact it goes all the way up to the top, right? You know, it just gives that kind of full and complete look all the way across. You'll see your 3-burner cooktop is also recessed with the glass cover, folds up and back just like so, as you'd expect. That front one is high output, and you have the residential style grates. Boom, lights up. If you're into blue lights, that one's got it. If you don't like blue lights, well, just don't turn it on, you're good. Underneath that is an oven for a little bit of bacon. Maybe it's casserole, maybe you're baking cupcakes, a cake, who knows. 3 full extension ball bearing drawers. Again, I love the woodwork on here. It's kind of what I like to call a grayish, right? It's like a grayish beige. Underneath, you have plenty of room for a trash can as well, and that's something that is, again, near and dear to my heart, because I hate, if you see my videos, you know how much I talk about how I hate having to tie a trash bag to my pulls. It's just not what I want. The trash is out. It smells. It's gross looking. I want it put away. That gives me the ability to do it. Storage all across the top. Again, the big brush nickel pulls right there make it very easy to grab. You have your microwave and hood, as well as the Dinette fridge freezer combo right there with plenty of space. This, of course, runs off both propane and electric and has automatic switch over. Above the entertainment center, I like that they went with glass instead of just wood. I think, you know, it helps break that look up a little bit. You know, we have a lot of wood in the kitchen. Here we went with like a frosted designed glass, which is pretty cool. Good storage up there as well, right? It's not just wasted space. TV right underneath, which is directly across from our seating, which is exactly where we want it. We'll take a look at the seating in just a moment. Multimedia center underneath here as well. That, of course, does have a DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, you can pop it in and you are good to go. You will also see this right here. And this is pretty common, right? I mean, it's not like this is a super unique floor plan in its essence, right? You can get other ones that have a super slide with, you know, rear corner bath and bunks. But I like what Bullitt has done. I mean, they give you the beautiful woodwork. You have a ton of storage all the way throughout here. You know, when we go outside, you'll see some great features out there as well. And here's the big kicker, is weight. Folks, you're looking at a 33-foot, 9-inch RV that dry is under 6,000 pounds. That's pretty darn impressive for the size of the RV, especially the ceiling height you're getting and having a super slide and still making that weight. You're also looking at a 43-gallon fresh tank, a 60-gallon gray tank, and a 30-gallon black tank. So good sized tanks on here. That gray one's nice and big, which is important. That's usually the one that fills up first. And for price point, folks, this one is starting at $35,995 for the show, or as little as $8.62 a day. As my good friend Chris Young says, I'd like to see you get a hotel for that cheap, right? You're not going to find it. It's one of the great things about RVing. You know, more and more people are starting to get into RVing, and they're starting to realize the benefit of, not only spending time with loved ones and being able to reconnect and have those connections and put electronics aside, but also the fact that it's one of the least expensive family vacations you can take. You can take several of them a year for the same price it would cost you to go to one amusement park. You can get out, 4, 5, 6 weekends and be able to spend that time together and still not even scratch the surface of what that amusement park would cost you. Or, if you want to fly somewhere, flights alone. People keep telling me that flights are cheap. I've looked at them. Trust me, they are not cheap. And I would much rather travel in an RV than travel on a plane these days any time of the week. Come on back into the bathroom here. So this is one of the cool things. There's a couple different setups when we talk about rear bunks, right? And some of them, of course, will be a full bunk room. But if you have corner bunks like this one has, either the bunks are on the off-camp side or they're on the camp side. This one, of course, they're on the off-camp side because we have our bathroom here. And the big advantage of that is the fact you get a secondary entrance into the bathroom. Why do I love that? Well, quite simple. While yes, they've eliminated all carpet in this RV, I still don't want my kids coming in, or myself even, and bringing dirt all the way through here, right? Because then I have to clean it up because I'm not going to leave a dirty RV because nobody wants that. But with this, you can just come right in, take a seat, do your business, head right back out, and you're good to go, right? You're not bringing dirt all the way through. It's just this one little contained area, which I love. Another thing, this is, as I mentioned, a somewhat lighter RV, especially for the size, but they still put in high quality amenities like a porcelain bowl. I love that. I love that, they're not sacrificing quality for weight. You get the mirrored medicine cabinet in here. They could have just went with a piece of, or a mirror on the wall, right? But they actually give you the full medicine cabinet. Adds a little bit of weight, sure, but much more useful. Tub shower. I'll take a step in here. We talked about the high ceilings, folks. I'm 6 foot tall. Even in the very side, I can stand up and I'm barely, grazing the ceiling with my hair because, well, I spike it up a little, right? Got to show off. Sorry, Chris. I know if you could, you would, but what are you gonna do? No, just kidding. Over on the side, we have double bunks. Teddy Bear Bunk series, nice and soft. Couple things that I love, and Passport and Bullet have always been really good with this. If you're not familiar, right, they kind of started as like a sister company, but they've kind of parted ways. They've started doing a lot of their own things. But something that both have always been very good at is having both electrical outlets and USB ports in their bunks. They were some of the first ones to do it that I've seen, and then a lot of other manufacturers were like, hey, that makes a lot of sense, because on a rainy day, now my kids can hang up here and play on a tablet. And again, I know we're trying to get away from electronics, but sometimes on a rainy day, it has to be done. So you have that in both bunks, plus you'll see you have shelves, right? So if they need to be able to charge a cell phone, because here's the great thing. These have 300-pound weight capacity. So maybe you're not taking the kids. Maybe, it's a fishing trip, and your buddies need to have a place to sleep, and they want to charge their cell phones. Well, now you have the ability to do it. That super slide is nice and big too, folks. Windows all the way across, lets in a ton of natural light. Right here is a tri-fold sofa. Fold this out, you can easily sleep 2 adults there, which is awesome. Cup holders in it. Take a look at this. I said they eliminated all the carpet because they went with a vinyl weave right there in the slide. It's super easy to clean. Over to this side is our dinette. The dinette itself, if you notice, the leg is way back here. It's a dream style dinette. Right here, I don't have any legs to deal with other than my own and whoever is sitting across from me. This drops down nice and easily into a bed. It's something we've seen for a bit in some motorhomes, but we haven't seen it very often in the towable side. So I love that they are bringing it over. Make our way up front a little bit. This space right here going forward is a little unique. I love that they put this in here. You get adjustable shelving with a hanging rod. I personally would use this as kind of like a little mud room, right? Walk in, hang up my jackets, I'll put my shoes right there on the bottom. But if you want to use it for pantry, you can do that too. It's close enough to the kitchen. Then you'll also see right here, by the way, I should mention that, another spot to hang up the jackets. So again, if you don't want to hang them there, you got that. You can use that for extra clothes, or again, just don't use the hanging rod at all. Coming up into the bedroom, you have double doors that close off for privacy. So if you stay up a little bit later than the kiddos or whatever. You'll also see storage all the way around here, even in the back. This is pretty cool. You have these little hidden compartments there with USB ports down below. You have a laundry chute right here, so you can just put a laundry basket in your pass-through, throw your dirty clothes right down there. And of course, as you'd expect, there's also a spot to put a TV in here if you want a TV in the bedroom. Now, as we step outside, right, take a look at some of the features out here. Come up front with me a second. I always like to start up front, right? You'll see there is a power tongue jack, making it nice and easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Battery disconnect, so you can kill all power to the RV so you don't have that drain. 3/4 front cap, just looks gorgeous, especially with the LED lights in there. And as we come around the side, take a look at how wide this pass-through storage is. You have this huge pass-through storage, nice wide door, so you can fit in some of the bigger chairs, grills, whatever else you want to stuff in there. That is a big space to fill, and I love it. Making our way back a little bit further, the solid steps right there, and just as the name implies, they are very solid. Aluminum treads, big grab handle, making it easy to head inside. This is a big one, folks. Thermal package, 30,000 BTU furnace. There's some fifth wheels that don't even have a furnace that big. So you want to talk about doing a good job of keeping things nice and toasty, that'll do it. Plus you have an enclosed underbelly. That forced air is in that underbelly, helping to prevent your lines and everything from freezing up on you. Right here, this is underneath the entertainment center. You have a cooktop as well as a fridge. You have your second entrance right there into the bathroom. TV hookup out here with the Key TV. Folks, this is just one of several units we have that can sleep a small army. This is the Keystone Bullet 290 BHS, and it's starting at $8.62 a day.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 factory fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world, fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans, and now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 factory fresh RVs starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
Sean Parr with Zach and Mary, of course, from Country Outdoors. And guys, we're talking camouflage. And I'm going to be like a regular guy that just walks in, because honestly, when I walk into a camouflage section, I think camouflage is camouflage, but that's not the case, is it?
No, not exactly. The camouflage patterns are pretty season specific. The pattern itself, the goal is to blend in. So this wouldn't blend in very well in the snow outside right now.
No, that's right.
In the fall woods, it would. The apparel side is more about keeping you comfortable so that you stay in the outdoors longer. And
well, let's talk turkey vest for just a second. If I could grab this, and I know, Zach, you're really familiar with this particular vest. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Yes, so this is more for technical aspects. Turkey hunting, you're running around, it has your seat because you're sitting on the ground. It has all the pockets for your pot call, your mouth calls, your box call, all your essentials. That way they're with you, you're comfortable, you're carrying them around.
Yeah, you got a lot of snacks you can put in there also. This is like...
That's what she does.
Yeah. This vest really covers everything.
Yeah, and what's great about Nomad is every year they engineer
pretty much a new vest. So they're actually coming out with a brand new one this season as well, which is going to be even quicker to get off, more comfortable, has different pockets that, you know, they've asked the hunter what works, what doesn't work, and what should we have and what shouldn't we have. So always keep an eye out for what Nomad is bringing out with their turkey vests.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Camping World Gander RV and Outdoors is because you can actually do all of this. So it also goes seasonal too, because obviously this would work in the wintertime if you're in a deer stand, not in the summertime, or in Florida where you guys are going to do some turkey hunting soon.
Right, but speaking of deer hunting, so right over here, this is pretty much the exact outfit that I wore this whitetail season, sitting in a tree stand bow hunting. This is called Breakup Country. It blends in really well. It's got great pockets for all, you know, your phone, your binos and everything, but it's really good for blocking the wind, and it's really warm. So I would like highly recommend this for mid to late season deer hunting.
And one of the things I also want to talk about, and Zach, you and I, as we were walking through here, we're talking about safety as well for turkey hunting, also for deer hunting. There's a difference in these caps.
Yes. So I would wear this one turkey hunting every day. I would never wear this one turkey hunting because the turkeys would see it.
Obviously.
Now, rifle hunting deer, most states require you to wear blaze orange, and it's for safety. Same thing as the turkey vest doesn't have orange on it, but an upland vest does. It's so other hunters know where you're at and keeps you safe.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of gear. So everything that you need at a Camping World Gander RV and Outdoor, it's all here. You need the heavy stuff for the winter time or sitting in that deer stand early in the morning, or you need the light stuff, you know, something a little bit lighter. And I know you guys are really excited about heading down where the sun shines and the spring smells of Florida, so you can get those tom turkeys and really get them on the Barbie and get them going.
Oh yeah, it's our favorite time of year, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All
And
right,
there
now-
it's all about staying cool.
When you talk about country outdoors, what about like deer hunting? What specifically are you looking for?
If I'm deer hunting, it depends on the season. Early season, most of the time you're sitting in a deer stand, or we are for deer. And early season, I just want to be comfortable. But late season, as it starts getting cold, something like this, if you're sitting in a tree, you're going to be warm. Now, I wouldn't wear that to hike up a mountain.
Yeah, because once you start hiking, of course, the body temperature takes over and you're getting really, really warm. And I think comfort and, you know, when you're warm or cold, you don't want to be cold. Once you get in those, you know, temperatures and where things start to get cold, then you're done.
You have to layer appropriately for those kind of hunts.
Yeah.
So you'll start with your base layers, then add things like this instead of just going heavy jacket.
And the best news of all is, if you have any questions, you come into an Camping World, a Gander RV and Outdoor, and you ask, because our professionals are here to answer all your questions, or you just check in with you two at Country Outdoors, Zach and Mary. I'll be more than happy to take care of you. Sean Parr with my good friends from Country Outdoors, Zach and Mary, and this is what it's all about. We're talking camouflage, and we are on the Ultimate RV Show National Tour, and it continues next.
With the Camping World Best Price Guarantee, we'll beat any competitor price by $500 guaranteed, or write you a check for $1,000.
I will never lose a deal over price, ever, and I guarantee it.
Learn more today at campingworld.com. Travel with peace of mind. Good Sam Roadside Assistance covers your cars, RVs, motorcycles, and all eligible family members. Unlike the competition, we offer unlimited distance towing, free roadside tire delivery, and coverage in all of North America. It's no wonder top consumer reviews ranked us #1. With plans as low as $5.50 a month, you can't afford to get stuck without it.
Next up on our list is a very similar floor plan to what we just saw. We had the Bullet, and what did we have? Well, a rear corner bathroom, rear corner bunks, super slide. But you'll definitely see there's some differences here. We have a standard dinette instead of a U-dinette. We go to a Jackknife Sofa instead of a tri-fold sofa. Our dry weights, we're at 6,053, sleeping 8, but let's take a look at the price point. Folks, this one is starting at $26,995, which is only $6.67 a day. So that's the great thing about RVs, right? There's a lot of different options, not just in floor plans, layouts, aesthetics. You'll see this one has a little bit darker wood, but another big one is price point and budget. We want to make sure we're going to find something for you that is going to fit for your needs, but also make sure it's fitting into that budget. And this is a great one for it. And folks, here's a really cool thing. With this show, All you have to do is text the word fresh to 46642, and that will give you access to the over 100,000 RVs we have on the lot and coming into stock. And that way we'll make sure that we get you the perfect RV, whether it's sleeping 2 people, 8 people, 10 people, we have them all. Let's start off on the kitchen. As I always say, I love the kitchen. I do a lot of cooking myself when I camp, so I want to make sure I have enough space. And this right here will absolutely work for me. Pretty similar to what we had in the Bullet, right? We got some space back here. You can see electrical outlet, USB ports, you know, nice upgraded countertop, which allows for an undermount sink. The cool thing about this one, take a look at that. We got an apron front, right? Kind of bringing in a little bit of farmhouse there. You know, you can see a couple pops here and there of that. We'll see some kind of shiplap looking wallboard in a little bit as well. You have the high-rise faucet. As far as underneath, have enough room for a trash can. You know, that's a big one for me. And right there, this one is definitely making the mark. 3 full extension ball bearing drawers there, right? We got to make sure we have enough space for not just our flatware, but some of the bigger items. And look at this, look how deep these drawers are. I love that because sometimes I take a little bit larger items, like I'll take an apple core, which, you know, the stinking thing sits up this high. I'll take an immersion blender, like a hand blender. And, you know, a lot of times in these little ones, it won't fit, but when it's nice and deep like that, I have no issues. Also on this countertop, I have good prep space right here, right where I want it. And take a look at the size of that window. You get a huge window out to your campsite, which I love. Lets a ton of natural light in here. And they still gave you a backsplash. A lot of manufacturers are going to this, you know, this long window here in the kitchen, but they eliminate the backsplash in its place. And I like the fact that they still give you both. 3-burner recessed cooktop with the glass cover. This is a Greystone unit, but kind of like the Furion, that does light up. Oven will be right there underneath. As you would expect, you have storage across the top. Frosted glass in this one, helping to break up the wood look. You know, a little bit darker wood than what we saw in the Bullet, but that's okay. Maybe you don't like the white. Maybe you want something a little more traditional like we have right here. LED lights underneath there, microwave, slimline hood, Norcold fridge freezer unit here. Open that guy up. This one does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Coming in a little bit further, similar to what we had in the Bullet, but a little bit different, right? So you get nice big pantry space here if you want to use it as pantry, or you can use it for clothes for people that are in the bunks. You have options right there. Also, right in the back corner, as I mentioned, this is the bathroom. And what's the advantage of having the bathroom on this side and the bunks on that side? Well, you got it. There's a door right there. So I can come in, sit right here, do my business, head right back out, sink over to this side, mirrored medicine cabinet. Right here is a tub shower. Now, if I step in here, I'm 6 foot tall. You can see right there, I can actually stand all the way up at 6 foot. Even with my hair spiked up a little, you know, it probably adds an inch. Now, if I had Sean Parr hair, you know, my man, he's got some lift on that. He might be rubbing, but for me, I can hit that. No issues whatsoever. I can fit in there. We are good. Right over to this side is our Teddy Bear Bunk Series Bunks, double over double bunks, USB port there, built-in ladder. This is one of them that people often overlook because it seems like such a minor thing, but I personally really like it. From the standpoint that it's always my youngest daughter, not my youngest, my middle daughter, I should say. My youngest is 1. She's not climbing anything. Well, other than things she shouldn't, but my 5-year-old, she always wants to sleep on the top bunk. This lets her do it right here. She can climb on up, jump in, good to go, you know, because she isn't able to jump in from the bottom bunk. So I do like that that's there. 300-pound weight capacity on here too, folks. If you want to sleep 2 kids to a bunk, you can. You know, if you want to have an adult trip, they can sleep in here, but that's part of the big reason this one can sleep up to 8. Standard dinette instead of a U-dinette. So I want to talk to you guys about that a second because there's generally a misconception about U-shaped dinettes. A lot of people feel that with a U-shaped dinette, you can sit more people around it. And I'm here to tell you that more often than not, that is not the case. Whether it's a standard dinette or U-dinette, 4 people is usually what you're going to sit. The big difference in the U-shaped dinette is it makes a bigger bed. So if that's important to you, if you want a bigger sleeping space, then you'll want a U-dinette because this just isn't going to be as long and it's harder for an adult to sleep when this one's dropped down as a bed. If that doesn't matter to you, then it doesn't matter which dinette you get. And the reason why is because even though you have a lot of space for seating, it's your knees, right? In a U-shaped dinette, everyone's knees are gonna start hitting if you get more than 4 people in there. So just keep that in mind, you know, because I have a lot of people that when they talk in bunks, like I have to have a U-shaped dinette so everyone can sit around it. Well, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter which one you're getting, you're gonna be sitting 4 people at it. Right next to that is a Jackknife Sofa. Thing I like about this, drops down into a bed. It is a little bit longer. You know, I'll drop this one down just like here. And again, you know, at 6 foot tall, not bad. You know, I'd have to curl up a little bit with a pillow, but realistically, you know, I could sleep here. It wouldn't be terrible. I could definitely do it. Now, when I lift this up, one of the other great things about a Jackknife, well, really the main great thing, is all the storage you get underneath. And one of the things I like about the Coleman, boom, easy access to that storage. I can drop that down, I can reach right in there, or I can lift it up. I have options, magnetic catch, so it just flips right back up there nice and easily. Now here's going to be a pretty big differentiation from what we saw in the Bullet, right? The Bullet had kind of some walls on the side and the middle was open. This one does the exact opposite. Right in the middle is an entertainment center, but then these sides are open. Cool thing about this is it allows for a big TV space right here, right? So you can put your TV there, you have the entertainment center, fireplace, little spot to kick off your shoes right down underneath, and it gives you access to both sides of the bed. Come on up here, let me show you. So when we come into the bedroom, what you'll notice is that right here, the bed comes all the way to the bottom. So you can't get around that way. So you need 2 entries so you can get to either side of the bed. The doors slide shut nice and easily, no issues there. Windows on both sides. This one's a nice big tall window, lets in a lot of light. We take a look up front here. The shiplap wallboard, right? We talked about that. You saw it on the wall the TV goes on. You'll also see it right up front. Great looking. You have nightstands with actual shelves there, actual nightstands, right? It's not just paneling. You have an actual nightstand that you can set like a CPAP machine on, or, you know, just cell phone, tablet, whatever. You get drawer space. That's something that's not very common by the bedside. I personally like it. I have items that I like to put in, you know, in my nightstand at the bedside, like chapstick, things like that. So I certainly like having that little extra space just to put a lot of those little items. You'll also see mirrored wardrobe with hanging rods in there, shelf going across the top, some lights, and then on the other side is hookup for a TV if you want a TV in the bedroom. Now as we take a step outside here, let's head on up front, and wouldn't you know, power tongue jack, folks, right there it is. Again, super simple and easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Just like that, I'm lifting her up. Just like that, I'm dropping it down. Now, not only does that help to not wear out your arm, but also if you have a weight distribution hitch, which I do highly recommend for a couple reasons. 1, because it helps distribute the weight better. 2, because you can get a sway control on it so your travel trailer's not swaying as you're pulling it down the road. But with a lot of those systems, you have to lift it up, drop it back down, and it takes just a lot of manual labor if you're sitting there cranking it. But this makes it so much easier. Also, you have a light at night, not anything super bright, right? It's not gonna light up everything out here, but it's enough that you get some added visibility so you can make sure that your ball and everything is locked in. You'll also see your propane tanks right there. You have the rails for your battery, spot right there, diamond Dutch plating coming up the front, protecting that front end. This is a big one, solar power. It's becoming more and more important as more people are getting out camping. If you want solar, folks, this is perfect. All you have to do is buy portable panels. The controllers are built right in. You plug it in right there. Everything's pre-wired and it will trickle charge your battery. Take a look at the pass-through there. Nice big open pass-through. Power awning with LED light strip. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. Lights are great. You know, if you want party lights, that's awesome. We sell all sorts of them. We have like flamingos, we have pineapples. There's all sorts of great fun party lights that you could hang up there. But if you don't want to, that's great. You have LED lights built in. Simple and easy to use. You also see some outside speakers. Those are connected to the multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. So you can sit right out here, use your phone, you know, get on Spotify, be able to control the music. Power stabilizer jacks. You know, hey, we're trying to make life simple. You have a power tongue jack, power awning, power stabilizer jacks, trying to take all the manual labor out of it so you can just flip a couple rocker switches, you're good to go. The solid steps from LCI are fantastic, just like the name implies. They are very solid. I'm currently weighing in about 210 or so, and I can just, you know, run up and down these no problem. There's no flex in the steps. Aluminum treads so they don't rust. Also, you will see adjustable feet, so you can adjust it to your campsite. Making it back a little bit further, right there's your electric outlet. Couple things right here that I want to point out. One, this particular unit has an outside shower on the camp side. That doesn't happen very often. Usually it's on the off-camp side, sometimes on the back. This is great, especially right by an entry, because let's say, you know, you go out to the beach for the day, you come back, the kids' feet are all sandy. Great, take this shower, you can hose their feet off. It has hot and cold water, so it's not super cold, right? Turn on the hot water a little bit, hose their feet off, and you can head right back in, or head inside with clean feet. Also, there's a black tank flush, which is very convenient, so you don't have to stick a hose down your toilet to wash out your black tank. You hook it up right there and you're done camping. Sprayers are built in, it washes everything out for you. Folks, hopefully this just kind of helps to show, even though these are two very similar floor plans between the Bullet and the Lantern that we just saw, you can see there are definitely a lot of differences as well. The great thing is, that's what we're here for at Camping World. Lean on us, let us help you. All you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642, and that will make sure that we know that you're looking for one of these factory fresh units, you want some help, and we're here to help you to make sure you can see the beautiful country of ours the safest way possible with your family and friends in tow.
Heartland has RVs to help everyone launch their life's journeys. All new designs and floor plans provide choices for every type of camper. Whether you're a solo RVer, a family, a retiree, or something in between, come find your perfect model. Because buying a Heartland should feel like you're joining our family. So let's hit the road and enjoy life's great adventures together.
Ultimate RV Show National Tour. What's up? It's Chris Young here with my friends from Country Outdoors. Zach and Mary, what's happening?
Oh, having a blast.
My
Another day
boy
for
Ian. Ian Baker is the best in the business, hands down, man. I mean, I love working with this guy. He knows everything. He is the ultimate RV pitchman. And what's great about Ultimate RV Show National Tour, Ultimate Pitchman, Ultimate Deals, Ultimate Giveaways too, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot of great stuff to give away. If you want to get entered, text URVS to 46642 or write it in the comments below.
And I've got a couple of merchandise certificates to
That's
give away.
right.
$50 merchandise certificates.
Ooh.
Who's going to get them?
You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
First one goes to Faye Walker.
Faye Walker?
Yeah.
Like the first lady to get a machine washer in Johnson City, Faye Walker?
Like Dolly
be.
Parton's Steel Magnolia's big hair,
Yes,
Faye Walker.
North Dallas from the 80s. Faye
That's
Walker.
the
Faye, you
one.
go, girl.
Yes, Faye.
Congratulations.
on your gift card,
Next
baby.
up, Jane Neely.
Dave.
And finally, you ready for it?
I'm ready. Who is it?
Rick Thompson.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs.
Ricky
Thompson's boy.
Bobby.
Congratulations to all of our winners of those $50 merchandise gift certificates. During the Ultimate RV Show National Tour, over $250,000 in giveaways will be taking place. We're going to get back to some of those big 8+ sleeping RVs with my boy Ian Baker. He's got a Jayco Eagle he's going to tell us about right now. Take it away, big dog.
Welcome to the Jayco Eagle HT 284 BHOK. This is an awesome unit. It can sleep 10 people. Remember, we're in RVs that can sleep 8+ people. So you have a big family, you just want the ability to sleep a lot of people. That's what these RVs are all about, and this one is no exception. It is an amazing layout. A big part of it, of course, is the double over double bunks we have right here in the back. And something I really love about the Eagle line, look at the thickness of that mattress. And we look at a lot of bunks, you know, they're not gonna be near that thick. It's Teddy Bear Bunk Series. It's twice as thick as a lot of the other ones we will find. Plenty of capacity here, looking at 300-pound weight capacity. And something else that I like about these bunks, a lot of times in, you know, corner bunk models, it's cut back right here, right, in order to make a little bit more room. And the issue with that is if you have two people in there, someone is gonna, you know, their feet may be hanging off. Here with this, it doesn't matter what side of the bed you're on, or if you have two people up there, it is a full-length bed no matter where you're at, and I absolutely love that. You also see storage up top. You have the big built-in ladder right here, LED lights. Right in the back, I'll show you this when we go outside, but you can see there's actually a door back there as well. So that is great extra storage. Now, the way that works is this will fold just like so. You can lock that up right there, and you can take a look at all of that amazing space you get, folks. And this is one of the reasons I love this floor plan so much. I mean, you can put bikes in here, you know, kayaks, right? If you have a kayak, now it might cut this door off, but there's another entrance we'll see in a little bit. So, you know, you can have some of those bigger items right in here. It just makes an awesome spot for storage. And then, as obviously, once you get to your destination, you'll just flip this right back over. The other cool thing is, you still have space down there. So when you are camping, you're all set up. It's a great spot to put like a dirty laundry basket for the kids. You can just throw all their dirty laundry right into there. You have a little bit more storage here as well as over to this side. And take a look at this. As soon as you walk in, right there, you get yourself a little mud closet, right? So boom, there it is. You have a spot to hang up your jackets. You want to throw some shoes in there, you can do that too. And then when you come back into the main living area, you see your entertainment center. And we have two-tone wood in here, right? We have a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. I think it looks really nice. We're starting to see more and more manufacturers do this. Jayco is definitely one that's very well known for it. If you want it even lighter yet, you can get the cottage white interior, which, everything you see right now will be, that cottage white, kind of that off-white, the farmhouse style. So if that's something you want, it is definitely an option you can get in this one. Great storage all the way around, that TV right in the center, directly across from our trifold sofa, which we'll see in a little bit. Great multimedia center with the DVD player built in. Fireplace underneath. Not only does that look nice, but that, of course, will also be an electric space heater, which is phenomenal. Now, you get all this space right here because, of course, we have the super slide, right? It really opens this space up, which is great because if you are walking by each other, you have a dog, there's plenty of room for not just people, but also animals in here. So, if you want to bring the family pet with you, again, more than enough space. Fridge will be located there, fridge-freezer combo, nice big countertop. You have an L-shaped kitchen in this one. The upgraded countertops too, which allow you to undermount the sink. And when you do that, you can get what we have here. You kind of get the flush prep space, which I love. So you have a cutting board on one side, a drying rack on another, high-rise pull-out faucet, perfect spot for our electrical outlet because you have a spot for a coffee maker right there. You still have dedicated prep space and a recessed 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover, front one there being high output. Not only do you have a big oven on this one, but you'll also see underneath you get storage space. So if you want, a spot for pots and pans, that's the perfect spot for it. You'll also see over to the side, you have enough room for a trash can, which I love, and huge drawers. 3 full extension ball bearing drawers running all the way down there, plenty of space. USB ports, little spot for spices, or again, if you just want to charge a cell phone, toss it down there, you can. Storage all across the top here, as well as our microwave and the slimline hood. It's also worth mentioning you do have an electrical outlet here, but also the Furion Bluetooth speaker system. So if you want that Bluetooth speaker, you can plug in right there and you can rock out to some music. Cool thing about that one is you can take it outside and, if you want to put it on a picnic table or whatever, you're able to do so. Big U-shaped dinette. This is a big part of the reason this one is able to sleep so many people. I love a U-shaped dinette. It's plenty of room for 4 people to comfortably sit. Great to play games on. You can drop this table down to get that sleeping space. You can see an electric outlet underneath there if you need to do any kind of work, and easy access to storage. And check this out. This is something else that I really like. And I know that this bin wasn't expensive, right? It's plastic. It's not like it's anything super impressive. But the reason I love this is because now you don't have to try to measure it and try to find something that fits in there. They already gave it to you. Because the issue normally when you have this space is, while yes, you can still access underneath the U-dinette when people are sitting on it, to get to anything, you kind of have to get down on your hands and knees and try to reach in there. But with this, you don't have to do that. It just makes life so much simpler, so I love that they put those in there. Another thing you'll notice is this right here. You have vinyl in these slide outs, so it's seamless. You can't tell that, you can if you look really closely, but it's hard to tell that this is a different flooring. So I love that they did that, especially at a quick glance. Everything just seems like it's one big floor, just flows so stinking well. You also get the Eagle. Whoa, call! What sound does an eagle make? I don't know. Freedom! But you have the Eagle there, light behind that. You see the storage across the top, and then underneath is that trifold sofa. This also gives you sleeping capability for 2, because this folds out, makes a great bed for any guests that you have. Right in the back here, open this up, show you the bathroom before we head up into the bedroom, because there's definitely some things I love in here. Let's turn some of those on. So as we make our way in, a couple different things. One, you get a linen closet right there, so space for towels, whatever else you need. As for the toilet, porcelain bowl, easy to clean, a ton of room. I mean, not just for, you know, using the bathroom, but in all. I mean, look at all this space I have. I have a ton of room in here to get dressed if I have to. You have your toilet paper holder there. This countertop extends all the way down, so you get all that extra space, storage underneath too, and a real tile backsplash. I love that they use real tile there. Electric outlet, you have the backlit mirror, which is really cool, and this is a medicine cabinet as well, so you have storage in there. But I love that it's backlit. It just really helps make it pop. And then when we talk about the shower, a couple things here as well. One of them, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a light in here. So, you know, the skylight definitely provides a lot of light during the day, and it also provides height. I mean, I'm 6 foot, I could be 6'5" and still stand in here without having to duck down. But I like this extra light because it provides just a little bit at night, so if you're showering at night, you're still able to see. Again, during the day, you have this, and then you also have this window right here, right? So it definitely brings a lot of light in during the day. And the reason I like this is, you know, at least from what my wife tells me, is being right here doing makeup, because the RV lighting is going to be a lot different than outside lighting. And so when you're doing makeup, you know, it's good to have that natural light so you know what you're going to look like when you leave the RV. Taking a step out, let's swing it around. We'll walk up to the bedroom here. Also, it's worth mentioning the light fixtures. That's real glass, folks. You know, you want to talk about nice amenities. I mean, this Eagle HT, this is a beautiful high-end travel trailer. And one of the things I love about this is the dry weight on here is 8,035 pounds. So, you know, it's kind of right at that edge of being able to tow with a half ton. Technically, you probably could with some half tons, because I know they have like 10,000 pound tow rating. You know, I might want to move up into a 3/4 ton, but I know that the Jayco Eagle HT line is meant to be towed by half ton trucks. This one also has huge tanks on it, which, you know, if you're walking or you're carrying around all that water, again, may move you up into a bigger truck. But this one, you're looking at 75-gallon fresh tank, 65-gallon gray tank, and 32-gallon black tank. So nice big tanks on here. If you're going somewhere, you know, maybe going where you don't have water hookup, don't have sewer hookup, you'll be A-okay in this unit. So we make our way up into the bedroom. Got a door that closes off for privacy, right? Because again, you have kids back there, you might have additional guests, you want your own space. You come up here, you will see the queen bed. I love the bedding, right? It's, you know, a lot of times RV bedding I'm not a huge fan of, but I think this actually looks nice. Both sides you have nightstands with appropriate outlets, wardrobes on the side, storage across the top. Second AC in here, which is a big deal, keeps you nice and cool. If you want a TV, this is in the bedroom. This is where it mounts. Proper connections right up top. And then you will also see more storage here. Plus, all the way down, you have a couple of drawers. And as you can see, right behind me is a second entry. So that way, you're able to come out just like this, right? And, you know, you have someone else sleeping back there. You don't have to disturb them. Having that second entry is fantastic. Let's take a look at the front, because there is some things that I want to show you on here that really help set this one apart. So if we take a look, you'll see a powered tongue jack, right? So that way it makes it nice and easy to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You have your propane tanks and cover. Look at this storage rack. How awesome is that? Not only can you put, you know, wood or coolers, whatever else there, maybe you have a generator, right? You want to put a generator there? Hey, you can toss one in there. Now, I wouldn't run it there, but, you know, for carrying purposes, for traveling purposes, it's a great spot. One of my favorite things about this, though, is the fact that this is a true full front cap. And what I mean by that is that this painted cap actually wraps around to the side. So that way, you know, most of the time your seam is right here, and as you're going down the road, that's where that water's coming, but this actually wraps around, really protecting that front end. Plus, it just looks really nice. It looks complete, adds a little bit of insulation value in that bedroom as well. And then take a look at the size of this pass-through, folks. You have a massive pass-through right here. And the reason is because they utilize, hi Jace, they utilize drop frame construction. And what that is this I-beam right here. You know, they'll have your main I-beam running through, and then they weld another one right down underneath that. So you gain all of this space. Normally, it would end right here, and that's what your pass-through would be, which is pretty common, but you get all that extra space in there. You'll also see the battery disconnect, so you can quickly kill the battery. I mean, just a ton of great features outside. You know, you have the big power awning, LED lights, making our way back, Goodyear tires on there, a spot for a TV out here. Right in the back is an outside kitchen with a grill, a bottle opener, a fridge. You have a spot to put that Bluetooth Furion speaker if you choose to get it, folks. I'm telling you, this one right here is absolutely awesome. You can pick it up starting at $44 at $9.95 for the show. It's as low as $10.77 a day.
It's all about deer hunting in this segment right here, Ultimate RV Show National Tour. What's up? It's Chris Young with my buddy Zach and Mary from Country Outdoors. I don't know where Mary is, but I guess we're going to find her. But man, you guys with the Country Outdoors, the Country Outdoor Adventures, you know so much about deer hunting. I want to pick your brain a little bit because a lot of people don't know that at Gander Camping World, we have everything you need to really up that experience. So let's just talk real quick about some of the things people can get here to up that game for deer hunting.
I mean, let's start right here. Yeah. I mean, we have over there, you have your scent control and your food plots, but here, this is amazing how far this has come. And we got a rack full of them, these trail cameras. You know, 10, 15 years ago, you were getting film developed. Now it's sending pictures straight to your cell phone.
And they have solar panels. I mean, there's so many options for those. For security, too. A lot of people are getting these for their homes for security.
Absolutely.
But trail cams, you can get everything you need at Gander RV and Outdoors. These are some of my favorites, blinds and huts, man.
Yeah, this one's nice. This one's in Moscow. And it comes with an Australian.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Mary, you obviously probably have some favorites for these as well. Is this one of your favorites right here?
Yeah, these are really nice because they're just comfortable. There's a lot of space in them. And for me, I like to be able to sit down, put my coffee down, put my bow down and not be super squishy. So I love a good pop-up blind. They've got lots of different windows so you can move it around if your wind isn't good or if you need to just put it in against some trees or whatever. So yeah, these ones are absolutely great.
Well, and they're easy to set up. They're lightweight. And like Zach mentioned at the beginning, if you need to block scent or get an ionizer, you can put that in there, you know, make sure nobody's going to catch you coming.
And for me as a female, I could take this and go and throw it up myself and not have any complications. So that's a plus.
That's a beautiful plus.
And now this is one of my favorites. We have all the accessories here for in the tree stand hanging equipment. We have limb saws for when you're hanging a stand. But to me, this is the most important. How many of us here have fallen out of a tree? Yeah, I fell out of a tree. So this is a safety harness. This is a tree rope. So from the time that your feet leave the ground to all the time you're sitting in the tree, you're strapped in and safe. Yeah. And here we got a lot of different options. So.
And the best part about these monies, they do not take a lot of time to set up. I mean, they're easy, they're lightweight. You think, I'm not gonna spend that extra time. There's really not a lot of extra time. We got blinds, we got tents, we got safety, we got scents, we got everything you need to make sure that deer hunting experience is the best that it can be. Not to mention, we have pros on staff that can help pick this stuff out. So you're looking for stands, you're looking for blinds, you're looking for seats, you're looking for gear. You want to make that deer hunting experience as good as Zach and Mary do when they go out deer hunting. Because, you know, I don't think I've got anything in the last 20 years. You probably got one this past week.
We're going to have to take you out then, Chris.
You need to show me how to do it better. I'm just not good at it.
No, that's not true. You just haven't been hunting with the right people.
Right. And I know we could have some fun while we're out there, too.
Yeah.
Have fun, be safe, get all the gear you need at your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
From sunup to sundown, we are designing your next big adventure, building your family vacation, delivering your memories that will last a lifetime. We know it's more than just an RV, which is why we are working around the clock to bring over 80,000 RVs fresh from the factory to our stores, to your driveway or campsite. Built by Americans for Americans and starting at less than $5 per day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World today.
So this floor plan may start to seem a little familiar. We have a super slide with a dinette and a sofa. We have a campside bathroom and rear corner bunks. But once again, I just want to really show you guys how different the same floor plan can be. It's the same general setup, but you know, again, we have a little bit different woodwork. We have some different amenities on here, some different packages on this Cougar that you are going to love. I'm super excited about it. Folks, this is the 2021 Keystone Cougar 29 BHS. And again, similar floor plan to what we had in the Bullet, what we had in the Coleman, right? A couple of those different floor plans. But as we go through, you will see some of the different amenities. This one comes in at just over 34 foot. Your dry weight is 6,875 pounds. And might as well talk about price, right? Because, hey, at the end of the day, it's what we need to know. So no problem. This one is starting at $36,995, which is as little as $8.86 a day. And for what you get, I'm telling you, like I say, my boy Chris Young, what he always says, you will not find a hotel for less than $9 a day. I promise you that. But this bad boy right here, you will. And as you take a look, you know, again, we start in the kitchen. There it is. You have a spot for a coffee maker right over here. You have some space right over to this side for a little bit of prep. Upgraded countertops, undermount stainless steel bowl, high-rise pull-down faucet. Over to the side, recessed 3-burner cooktop with a glass cover. You know, fold that up and back. That front one's high output. This is a Furion model, so the knobs light up and you have a good size oven underneath. Now what you'll notice with this woodwork is this is, you know, that nice cottage white we talked about, kind of like the Jayco unit has available. A lot of them are starting to go to it. It's a little more farmhouse-esque. That was a big thing in the residential industry. They brought it into the RV industry, and I absolutely love it. It just makes it, it's just gorgeous. It's very pretty. When we open that up, you see storage right there. Of course, LED lights underneath, window in the kitchen there as well to let a natural light give you that view out to the campsite. Take a look up at the ceiling. We have 2 rows of LED lights. You have the AC right there with a quick dump. And kind of like we saw in the Bullet, this one has that Keystone blade system. So you know that not only is this going to cool down nice and quickly, but also that it's going to be quieter so you don't have to yell at each other, you know, over the AC or turn the TV way up where it's blasting your eardrums to hear it over that AC unit. Now as we move over a little bit, we get into the Norcold unit. I'll open this guy up so you can take a look. Plenty of cold storage space right in there. Cool thing about this one, folks, this is a 12-volt refrigerator. So this one is just going to run off the batteries. Now, what I always tell people when we talk about 12-volt fridges is, you know, a lot of times you're going to want 2 batteries and solar. Neat thing about this one is it has the Cougar OTG package. It is an option from Cougar. We have it on here, and the OTG stands for off the grid. It's a great solar system. When we take a look, you'll see that it has the controller built in. We have 170 watts of solar up on the roof, and you can add more. If you want more solar, you can do it. So it's kind of an open system. The other cool thing about it, it comes with an inverter. This one has a 2,000 watt inverter on it, and that will make sure that you have 120 here in the living space, in the kitchen, and in the bedroom. So even if you are out in the middle of nowhere, with that inverter and with that solar, you still have 120 volts in several different outlets throughout this camper, which is awesome. It's a really cool system. I love that Cougar has come out with it, and I love that they put it on this particular unit. You also see right here, 50-inch TV, 4K TV in here. This is one of the few manufacturers that's putting in upgraded TVs. If you want a Blu-ray player, you can have a Blu-ray player, hook it up into an HDMI, you're good to go. It doesn't come with a Blu-ray, but it does come with a DVD player, so you can at least watch some movies in here. You're not completely stranded there. You'll see that you have storage on the side as well as storage all across the top, kind of with the decorative glass instead of the wood. And again, you'll see that it's two-tone. It's something that we've been seeing a lot of in the 2021 model year, and I think it's great. I love that manufacturers are bringing in a lot of brighter colors, but still kind of offsetting it with a little bit of dark, you know, so it doesn't get washed out. Fireplace right down underneath, and you know, I've had people tell me before, Ian, a fireplace is overkill, but here's the thing, folks. Not only does that look really cool, but more importantly, at least for me, is the fact that that is a space heater. So if you're plugged in, you got shore power, or you're running a generator, that right there is gonna do a good job of just kind of taking the chill off right here in this main space, maybe a little bit for the kids in the back. And we will check out the bunks in just a moment, but first, I wanna hit the bathroom. So you'll see, you know, once again, we have the campside bath. Now, it's a little bit different setup than what we saw before. You'll see you have a bigger countertop in here. So if that's something that's important to you, you know, maybe the Cougar is what you're looking for. We have several different lines that we've reviewed, and again, all of them are slightly different. And this is one of those changes. You get bigger countertops. It's still upgraded countertop with the undermount bowl, electric outlet. You'll see up top is your mirrored medicine cabinet, storage underneath. As far as the toilet goes, I have plenty of leg room, great shoulder space, porcelain bowl on here. here. Now, if you're taking a look at this door, you can see that I can very clearly see through here. And I don't want anyone coming up in the stairs and just looking at me in the eyes. I'm doing my business. But this one does have a shade, so you can close that down. You're all good. Also, folks, there's a deadbolt on here. And I always tell people, because some people are really weirded out by the fact there's a door into the bathroom, just lock the deadbolt, you're good. No one's coming in. They'll go to pull on it, it's not gonna open, you're all set. Now when you're done, open it back up, head back out, but that will make it so you're not bringing dirt throughout the entire RV. Just come in, do your business, and head right back out. How about the tub shower? Let's do the check. Here we go, we stand in it. I like the surround, it's a little more decorative. As far as height, boom, I have more than enough. Got the skylight right there again. I can be, 6'2" like my man Chris Young, and I have no problems standing in here. You also get a towel bar, so it's nice and easy to grab your towel when you're done showering, right? You don't have to try to fish for it. You have a dedicated spot right there for it. Vent fan, as you would expect, to get moisture out of here. Or, again, if you're doing your business, you want to make sure it gets out of there in a hurry, and that will certainly help you. In the back is our double over double bunks, teddy bear bunk series, kind of like we've seen in some of the other models. You'll notice there's an electrical outlet right up top. If we take a look down below, again, an electrical outlet, but take a look at the size of that door, folks. You want to talk about huge storage and big access. This whole bunk lifts up. You'll want to move this up top, but this will go all the way up and lock into place, and you have all this room right here. That is a massive door. You can fit some really big items back here. You also, if you're able to see that, Fritz, if you're able to put the camera down there so people can see, you have storage underneath the bed further back in too. So they really utilized all of this storage space. I absolutely love it. Aluminum framed on here, which I like too. It's a laminated unit. Our exterior walls, so they have, higher end components. They have aluminum on hand. They utilized it on that bed frame to make sure you're getting maximum strength out of it. So we take a look at the slide. Another thing Cougar does very well is their windows. They call them panoramic windows, and you can see that basically this entire slide box, both side walls, huge windows side to side. You take a look at that whole side right there, it is all window. It lets in a ton of natural light, gives you great views. Those can all open up for great ventilation through here. And look, where most manufacturers will put in one LED light, sometimes two, they have 3 over the sofa and 3 over the dinette, so that way it is nice and bright. I hate being in a dark RV. Especially because it's a smaller space. If you have dark wood and it's not good lighting, it makes me feel, just depressed almost at times. But when you have nice bright wood like this, you have plenty of LED lights, big windows, it really brightens the space up. Tri-fold sofa, that folds out into a bed. Dinette here, that of course drops down into a bed. You have the nylon weaved floor so that it cleans up super easy. No more carpet in here. Making our way up a little bit further, you got an electrical outlet there. Opening this guy up, take a look at that. Huge pantry. If you look up top, you will also see that this one has a hanging rod. So you want to use that to hang up jackets, you can absolutely do that, or you can use it for clothes, but also take a look at this. Right outside here, you have another spot you can hang up jackets, right? Come in, hang them up right there. Maybe you just want to put shoes in there, you can do that too. This one also utilizes the in-command system, and I personally really like this one for a couple different reasons. One, well, it's just an easy to use system. Two, when we talk about Cougar and we go to HVAC, you can schedule start and stop times. And that's really effective because you can download an app. And if you have this sitting out at your campsite, you can say, hey, I want my AC to start at this time, stop at this time. You're good to go. It's controlling it right inside here. Pretty darn nifty. Making our way up into the very front, of course. Huge bed, so you don't have to worry about elbowing each other in the middle of the night. Nightstands on the side, kind of shiplap wall there. MCD roller shade in the front, plus that big, beautiful windshield. Wardrobes on the side, vent up top, but that is prepped for a second AC if you want one, and there's a spot for a TV right here, so if you want to mount one, you can. I absolutely love what they have to offer. A fairly comfortable mattress too. I say fairly comfortable because when it comes to RV mattresses, none of them are super great, and the reason is because some people like firm, some people like soft, so if you have a $1,000 mattress, you may not like it because it's not what you sleep on. So I recommend getting your own mattress, but hey, sleep on that one first, right? If you don't like it, swap it out. If you love it, it's a win for you. Let's head on outside here. A couple things I definitely want to hit on the Cougar, a couple things that I absolutely love. As we take a look up front, you know, we kind of have our standards, right? You have your power tongue jack, as you would expect on a higher end travel trailer. Propane right behind that, battery disconnect, again, things we're expecting. 3/4 front cap with LEDs, that beautiful windshield up front. But a couple things I want to talk about. One of them, come around to the side with me. Drop down right here. Do you know what that is, folks? That is auto level. That's not a power stabilizer jack. That is true auto level. You can touch a button and it will use a combination of your jacks as well as the tongue jack up front to truly level this one out. So when you get to your campsite, you push a button, it levels out, you are all set. You're sitting back and sipping cocktails that much quicker. I love auto level, I'm telling you. It'll save you so much time. That control will be right here. You will also see that Zamp solar control there, as well as the inverter right here. That's part of that Cougar OTG system, that off-the-grid system. You can't see the solar panel, but trust me, there is a solar panel up there on the roof, and you can still have a portable panel if you want. I forget what the exact number is. I think you can have like 300 or 350 watts of solar, something like that, on this bad boy. I mean, you can really hook it up. Folks, this is just one of many. And look at this, too. Also, side camera prep. I mean, this thing is loaded. There's so much stuff on this Cougar. I just don't have enough time. Folks, if you're looking for an RV, you want to be able to sleep a lot of people. As you saw, there are a lot of options. This is only one floor plan style, right? I kind of wanted to show you the differentiation in lines and how different they can be, even though they're similar floor plans. There's a ton of different floor plans out there. We have over 20,000 pieces of inventory in stock, over 80,000 coming. If you want to get your hands on one, simply text the word FRESH to 46642.